This is the Live, Love, Laugh Out Loud with your one and only Lynn Serrano. I am excited, like I always am about my shows, but I'm excited about this one because he's so busy. He's never watched my show. I love that. I love that. Because guess what? Like, oh my gosh, you have Gualter in the house today. Woohoo! Woohoo! They're going to be a good show. Going to be a good show. Yeah, so I'm pulling out the stops on this one. I'm loving it. And so before I introduce him, I got a little video here.
Walter is a real go-getter, and we all need more go-getters in our lives, don't we? But he has a plan, and he's executed it and doing it with fun, playfulness, and gratefulness. So sit back and listen to Lynn tell you a little more about Walter and becoming a millionaire and his millionaire tribe. He brought 100 millionaires that want to be millionaires together, and each one of them is fostering 100 millionaires. And think about all the passive cash that you may not be getting. Do you want to get it? Do you don't want to get it? What are you doing with your 401k? Sit back, fasten your seatbelt, and listen to this. Okay, take it away, Walter.
Oh, but not yet. He's not here yet because I have an introduction for him, and then we'll be right back. Welcome back. Money, money, money. Gualter. Oh, yeah. Money, money, money. Gualter. Oh, yeah. Okay, we got that out of the way. Hey,
Lynn, I love the introduction. This is the first podcast I've jumped on where it's been this much fun, where I'm popping out the money early on.
You know what? I hate to say it. I love when people come on my show and they haven't watched it before, because then I get to do what I want to do.
You're entertaining. I'm blown away already in the first few minutes. So.
That's awesome. So, hey, really quick, why don't you introduce yourself? You, the person, introduce yourself real quick, and then let's have some fun with some questions. So go for it.
So my name is Gualter Amarelo, the real estate mentor. My claim to fame is I was retired by 30, a millionaire by 32, a multimillionaire by 34. What most people don't know about me is I didn't choose to be bald. God made me this way.
Nothing wrong with that. You nothing wrong with that at all. I am super excited you're here. This is going to be like one of my fun-packed shows, and you'll see why here in a minute. But let's just start out with this really quick. Okay, so what things have you let go out loud? Because you can't live, love, and laugh without having to have let go of some crap. So why don't we just share a little bit about you and what you have come to realization and where you're at now.
So I had to let go of being a pretender. I got married. I had the white picket fence. I had the 2 cars. I had the nice job. And at some point, my wife asked for a divorce, and I sold the house, and I started buying multifamilies and living in rental apartments instead of living in a nice house. And I had to let go of being a pretender. I used to pretend to everybody. I'd wear these suits, and I literally believed fake it till you make it was the way to be successful. And so I'd wear suits to my normal job, and they would actually promote me. So this fake it till you make it actually worked in my world. So I started faking more and more and more. And when I finally let go and said, I don't know if we could swear on the show, so I won't, but I'm known for swearing.
I watch Gary Vee, and I'm just the female version. But anyways, go ahead.
So I don't want to overdo it, but the Boston REIA, which is the National Real Estate Investors Association, the Boston one, the Tampa one, the LA one, the Vegas one, they've all told me I swear too much, and so I'm not allowed to swear. But at some point, I just had to say fuck it. I'm just gonna be me, and the world can deal with me however it is. And my first million didn't come until I let go, until I was like 100% like, I don't care. I like doing this for people, and I don't like doing this for people. And I'm not doing this anymore.
I love it. I love it. I mean, I truly love it. That's what we're here for, is to be ourselves. We're all a fabric of our lives and little pieces that just come together. So I'm going to ask you, what makes you laugh? Other
Just
than
about
me.
everything. Like, Lynn, like, seriously, failure makes me laugh. Success makes me laugh. I have roommates now that just moved in. They have a baby, and every time I walk into the hallway, like, I look at her, she looks at me, and we both laugh because we both know our existence is just completely crazy different. But we both are lacking in hair for the most part, so we have that in common.
Well, you know what? Speaking of making you laugh, I'm gonna try something and see if it works. If I can find it here.
Hey, this is Ron Bowling here. I've been partners with Gualter Amarelo for going on 7 years now. And I can really say that of all the people I've ever worked with, I've ever met, all the coaches that I've ever talked to, and real estate agents and mentors, I gotta say that Gualter Amarelo is definitely one of them. Thank you.
Now, I was told that's supposed to make you laugh. So did
That is my business partner, and that is so I my claim to fame, like how I became famous in Fall River and like the city we were working in, was always work with the best. You know, I'd be like, always work with the best, always work with the best. And so Ron would be like, Gualter is definitely one of them. He would never say the best. So he was my first millionaire, though. Like, it's so funny because I'm an introvert, but Ron is like an introverted introvert. Like, if you can think of like next level, I don't want to talk to anybody. So the fact that you got him on a camera, like, we own a training company, and he on his Zoom every window every week is Ron, not a coach bowling. Like, that's how he puts himself in there. He's like, don't ask me questions.
So I just figured I'd make you laugh with having that in there.
You nailed it.
Oh, okay. So here we go. Now listen to this. Whoops, wait, no, I didn't do that right. Listen to this.
So have you ever gotten yourself in a pickle? What kind of pickle would you say you got yourself into? That you learned the most valuable lesson ever.
A lot of pickles. Yeah, I would say real estate investing in general is just pickle to pickle to pickle, and just so Ron, my partner, he actually has a saying where he's like, we're in a tight spot, but we're in a good position. You know, like, so a lot of times we're like, our back is against the wall, you know, money is running out, but we did just buy this we'll say $2 million portfolio, $2.4 million portfolio, but we now owe $1 million to people at 12% interest, which is, you know, a tough bill to pay every single month. So it's like, we're in a good position, but it's a really tight spot. And what gets us out of that is sometimes just time, you know, getting that refinance, getting into 5 or 6% interest loans. Like,
But I'm asking for
Come on. You can do better than that. Answer the question.
I just had to pull that one out. But seriously, so tell me a specific pickle that was like, you know, a good pickle. Like, nobody's going to watch this far in. Come on. It's all good.
So we did this capital raise. We were raising $300,000 for it was a $840,000 portfolio. And we'd never done anything on this scale before. This was 24 units. So we went out to the Boston area and I started speaking. And like midway through, I dropped the F-bomb. And like the whole room just like did not feel it. Like, they were just like, you know, it was older people in the room. And I remember thinking like, well, I'm screwed now because I've got to raise $300,000 in the next 30 days. And this was my one shot to get in front of 75 investors. And they don't like swearing here, apparently. And so I went through the rest of the presentation. I did my very best to be cordial and not pay attention to the fact that I swore. Like, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to forget that even happened and stay in the moment and add some value and joke around with some people, just have some fun. Because at this point I was like, I blew it. So like, I'm just going to have some fun while I'm up here and add some value. And like, at that moment, I was 100% detached from the result. I was totally fine with, if I didn't make it, I'd find it somewhere else. I'd figure it out. I'd ask for an extension if I had to. But after the call, after the conversation was over, a gentleman came over from the back and he introduced himself as somebody who had invested with somebody I used to work for. And he said, I'm very interested. I've got 100,000 sitting there. Would you take it? And I just, gratitude, right? The only thing I could think right there in that moment was like, somebody's keeping an eye on me, or I just don't understand the game of life. And I somehow just got very lucky because the rules I thought were real are not real. I can still mess up and somebody's still going to be interested in investing because the deal itself is so good, or just the universe has set it up. And
but you see, it's because in your hearts of hearts, you knew that it would work out. You accepted what you thought. It's like you drive on the highway, and if you stay at look at the guardrail, you're going to hit the guardrail. But if for the second that you look on the road, you're back on the road. And so I believe that that's what it is. So anyhow, but yeah. So, but you see, you got yourself out of the pickle. That wasn't relish. There you go. Okay. So what do you love in your life other than your family and money?
Yeah. I love myself. Well, Lynn, let me tell you, I wake up with this guy every freaking day, and I'm just like, oh, thank God it's you again. Like,
yeah,
we worked so hard on you, and it's so great to see you survived another night. Because the day I don't wake up is the day the game ends. And
right.
I mean, I'm sure that'll be a great day too. But every day that I'm here, I'm just like, whew, this is awesome. I love me, and I don't mean that in like a narcissistic way. I mean, like,
no, I don't think so.
Guy.
I don't think so, because there's other people that have other things to say.
Big shout out to Gualter Amarelo. He's a good friend. He's also a mentor. And what's so great about Gualter is that he sees more potential in people than they see in themselves. He believes in people more than they believe in themselves. I've experienced this firsthand. I've seen it with others. And you're a blessing, brother. Keep doing what you do. Keep crushing it. Thanks, buddy.
See, so even though, yeah, there's no way you can come out like this.
Hey, Gualter. This is a shout out. Love you, man. Really, if anybody's listening to this, he's helped me so much since 2017. He's been teaching me about real estate and also about being on social media and just being a good friend and being positive. Have a ton of fun with Gualter, and because of him, I'm heading towards my goal of 100 units cash flowing.
Oops. Isn't he awesome?
Wow, that is Mike Shine and Mitch Dorsey. These are my two musketeers. Of the three musketeers, they're a part of the 100 Millionaires podcast we do every week. And
awesome.
if I were to say I love me, it's because the better I am, the more I can serve those guys.
There you go.
Hi, Gualter. I'm so grateful to have you in my life. You have taught me so much when it comes to real estate, and you actually made me realize that the biggest thing holding me back was my mindset, and you opened me up to believe in myself and know that it is possible for me to become a millionaire. So I'm so grateful and blessed, and cheers to our success. Thank you.
See, so no, I get it. I mean, I got proof in the pudding here. I got this one here too.
Hi, my name is Christine Fluke. I wanted to take a minute to hop on here and just make a testimonial regarding Gualter. He and I connected a couple of years ago. I think it was during COVID that he started doing his webinars with other investors and wholesalers and people that are in the multifamily space, which is mostly the space that he and I have more conversations about. I went to his event last October in Orlando, and I was very impressed at the way that he handled himself on stage, the way that he spoke to people, the way that he handled the audience. Very, very inspiring. I actually had the opportunity to be a guest on his podcast, and it was kind of a funny one because I was sitting at a dentist office that I was in an area where all the computers were, and we kept glitching out, and I had no idea that I was glitching out. So that's kind of my and his little funny story. And I got to meet him obviously at some different multifamily events. Now that he's over in the west coast of Florida, I am just so proud to say that he is, well, one of my friends, along with Darina. They're doing such amazing work in the space in multifamily, and I'm just privileged to be able to be around people that are so inspiring. Thanks for letting me hop on and give a testimonial.
Okay.
Lynn, you're knocking it out of the park. You're like breaking my heart over here. Amy,
wait.
Christine.
Wait. How about this?
Hi, Lynn. Hey, I wanted to let you know how excited I am that Gualter is coming on your show. He's a wonderful, wonderful person. I've come to know him. What a motivated gentleman, and really trying to make a big difference in the lives of all the people around him. So good to know him.
Okay.
Man, Vinny Chopra, right? You got literally positivity brings profitability on the show. That's awesome.
He messaged me and sent me a video. I felt a billionaire taking time out for both of us.
Seriously, Vinny is such a big heart.
I'm going to have him on my show next week, and I'm kind of screwed because he's probably going to watch this show. So, anyways, that's a worry for next week. Anywho, so I want to ask you this question. Can you recall a time in your life when you said, "Oh, I would never do that," but you ended up doing it? And this is really important for people to understand this, because when you understand this, you do less of it and you can have better results. Personally, that's what I think, but I let my guests give their 2 cents on this.
Lynn, what a powerful question. I have said this to rooms over and over again all across the country. I said I would never become a real estate agent. I said I would never build an office, and I would never become a leader of real estate agents. I said I would never become a coach. I said I would never speak on stages. I said I would never go and invest with other people's money.
You know what I say I'll never be? You know what I say? I'll never be a billionaire, and I'm okay with that.
That's one I have never said, because I know I'll be a billionaire, because I'm hanging out with billionaires.
Dude, that's what you need to do. Where are you getting the clue? If you're gonna mess up and say nevers, come up with the nevers.
I might as well say I'll never do it, because everything that I've said I'd never do, it became a reality for me.
Hello, McFly. That's what I'm talking about. But we have a way of dooming ourselves by judging other things, and then we realize we're humble pie with, you should have never said you wouldn't do that.
I'm telling you, I said I would never be a part of social media. I remember before 2015, I didn't exist on social media. I said I'd never join Facebook. I'd never join that other stuff. I did MySpace. I'm done with it. And now I promote and suggest social networking. Maybe you should go out and connect with somebody, because all the money you want is in the hands of other people, and you might need some relationships.
Yeah. Love it. So there you go. So egg in your face in a good way.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say.
I eat humble pie daily. Every day I do the things that I'm doing today, and I'm like, 20-year-old me said I would never do any of this.
Well, you know what? I'm sorry. Yeah, people don't understand. I got a little show I do every day.
It's a big show. They don't understand how big the show is.
I know, right? What meaning does living your best life have for you personally?
So when I was just got my real estate license, which I said I would never do. When I got my real estate license, I was in a training with my broker, and he said, "What is your purpose in life?" He said, "What is your USP?" This is what he said, your unique selling proposition. He said, "Why do you do this?" I said, "I just want to be my best. I just want to be the best version of me that I possibly can." And I said, so he said, "What is your USP? Why should people work with you?" And I was like, "Dude, I make good people good money." First thing that came off the top of my head. And he said, "That's terrible. It's a terrible USP. People aren't going to understand it." But I told him, I was like, it's just who I am. I just want to help good people who I like, who I think are decent human beings. And I want to help them make money. I want to help them do well. And because I wasn't making money, and money was a concern for me, and I just wanted to help other people make money. So I started, niching down into multifamily. I said, I'm going to help people buy real estate and cash flow. And I want to do it myself. I'm going to teach it. I'm going to do it. So living my best life is, how do I serve more people every day doing the thing that makes me feel good, which is where the 100 Millionaires inspired to build 100 Millionaires came from. That makes me good.
Teodora, right?
I know Teodora. I see her on. Yeah. What's up, Teodora?
Teodora is she's awesome. She good people just like you. Yep. I love Teodora so much.
When I think about Gualter, I think about money. I think about power. I think about strength. I think about intelligence. I think about an honored man whose life purpose is to build 100 millionaires that can build 100 millionaires. And that to me is an honorable man whose life purpose is just so amazing and speaks about who he is at the high level. Gualter, thank you so much for letting us watch you, for teaching us every day how to be better, get better, and how to reach the next level in life to become financial independent, happy, and make a lot of money. I'm honored to record this and be part of your circle. And I admire you, and I think you're just an absolutely amazing heart.
Lynn, you go to the next level. I love Teodora. So we hang out with her every Thursday night with Ken Walls on the Grow Live Academy.
Yep.
And that's how I met you and so many amazing people in that call.
Speak of Grow Live Academy.
Hey, I'm Debbie Bettendorf. How you doing, Gualter? I am telling you, I know you through Grow Live Academy. So we don't know each other super well, but every Thursday night, I always enjoy listening to what you have to say. And you're just one of those people who has this amazing smile and this great energy that draws me in. And I'm always so interested to hear what you have to say. And it's always so positive. I love that. I am proud of everything that you're doing. I catch your posts on LinkedIn. You're doing some super great stuff. Keep on going, buddy. We're all rooting for you.
Lynn, this is cool. You do your homework, girl. Like you went on this. Yeah, LinkedIn. Like I didn't know anybody was looking at my LinkedIn. So that's good. I'll keep posting.
Great. Market strategies just found your market research just found you. How's that?
Right? You see that? And you're a great marketer, so you understand.
Yeah, I make everybody else look good, but I like to just, I just, I know I'm good too. That's all I gotta say.
It's kind of from the background, just like, all right, let it work.
What's the first thing you notice about a person?
First thing I notice is certainly their attention, where their eyes are at, what they're doing with their eyes, where they are. Obviously, like a stage speaker, I love the room. I love seeing the room, where their energy's at, their posture, their stance, and then whatever I say, what are they connecting to, and that like gives me kind of an awareness of where to serve, like where we're going. So the first thing I'm watching is their eyes, like their attention, their body. Yeah.
Yeah, so you see how sneaky I'm being around here, but I can't help it.
I see you clicking on stuff. Yeah,
I'm producing. I do produce other shows too, so I make it easier so people can do more attention. But I'm the magic behind the scenes here. So, what makes a person beautiful to you?
Their intentions. Do they believe in themselves? If a person believes in themselves and they have desire, they have hunger. Like doesn't bother me if they want to become a millionaire or not. If they just want to become the best version of themselves, like that's what I find super attractive in a person. The ability to grow, the desire to grow, like those are the things that, I said it when we started building this Alchemist Nation was I only want to hang out with people who want to grow, who want to be, who are motivated, who are inspired to do good, who do things morally, ethically, and legally. Like, so it's a person's intentions and their energy level. Like that's attractive.
I love that because, I've coached many people and I've done a lot of things, but what's sad is when you want something more for them than they do themselves, it takes our energy and it's deflating to us because we're like, how we can't help them because they got to take the actions and we can't. So I'm glad that you've done it that way to say, I'll work with you. I'll be happy with you, but I don't want to hear the woes with me because it ain't happening here. So I love it. Hi, Darlene. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you always watching my show and supporting it. So thank you so much. And this guy never watched our show till he's been on it. And I love it. So what mistakes have you made along the way?
The list of things I haven't messed up is probably smaller.
And we only got 20 minutes left of our show. So, keep the list low. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just run with that then, right? So, I guess my biggest mistake was not aiming big enough. Not believing in myself soon enough. And then I've made mistakes, just in relationships on so many levels, going after the wrong goals, like thinking certain things were going to find fulfillment and, not finding the fulfillment that I expected. Like just setting the wrong goals in life. That was I think that's probably everybody's. Either they don't set goals or they set the wrong goals.
And that's what I love about your story is that you realize you had to shift and you know, and you'll own it. And that's what's awesome. And so what are your big, hairy, audacious goals? I know what they are. But I think 100's too small. I think 500, like the Fortune 500 company. I think that's your next goal. 500. We just said it right here.
So,
or you could always 10x it, but somebody's got that one. I'd start out with a 5. 2 times 5. Yeah, there you go.
I think you're the marketing genius, so we may end up having you connect with our team and just say, okay, we're 2 times 5 now. Everybody deal with it. So, Mark Victor Hansen, he wrote the book, The 1 Minute Millionaire. So when Mark was on the podcast, he connected me and he got me thinking about a million millionaires. And then when I started connecting with Vinny said, Gualter, 100 is cute. Like, that's why I don't think he said cute, but he was like, 100 is nice. That's nice. He was being very nice to me. But he said a million would be really impactful. Like, that would make a difference. There's only 22 million millionaires in the country. So what if we went after another million? Like, we'd add to that population.
So I hate to tell you, you were actually thinking small, and that's okay because that was a good start.
It's what got me out of bed. I needed the 100 because up to that point I only built one. So
I haven't joined your nation, but I know I'm going to be there. I know I'm going to be there because when I got friends like this, he inspires me too.
Ready? 2, 1. Welcome, Alchemist Nation. My brother. Yeah, don't touch the screen. It is not Gualter by any way. A near bald head, smooth beard and all. I'm getting there. Actually, I need to kind of get my stuff together. Eric Flinoy, PSYKONYSTRO, the Psycho Maestro, the head chef of the seasoning for the soul. Coming at you in a little bit. But to the man, to the brother, my appreciation. Thank God for you and thank God for what you're doing consistently. Gualter Amarelo, beautiful guy, wonderful guys. He's building 100 millionaires doing this part. Hey, I'm aiming to be number 27 or whichever number we getting in. But thank God for you, man. I really appreciate you. To the giver who gives all, just my opportunity to give back. Wishing you God's blessings and much continued success. Continue to move forward, my brother. Gotcha.
Eric Florney. So he's a part of the community. He's one of our students. He's part of Alchemist Nation. And what he just pointed out is I'm known for every time I start a podcast, every time I start a call, it's welcome back to whatever I'm running at that time.
Oh my God. And you really excite people that they don't just do one take. They don't do one take. They do other takes.
Hi, Lynn. You mentioned that Gualter is going to be on your show. Excited, very excited to watch that show. He's just a great human being. I've come to know him through Ken Walls, and it's such a pleasure. I know we are doing a lot of things together, have many, many years to come. And also the exciting part is that he's sharing his knowledge to bring people into a big place of being a millionaire, 100 millionaires, as you know, and I'm very much looking forward to meeting him in person and Darina and the whole gang and speaking at the convention coming up there in Orlando in October. So thanks again for having him on the show, and I know you're going to have fun. Thank you.
Look at that. Let's take a minute to know that this billionaire I reached out to didn't do one. He actually did 3, but he did, but that was like a retake of the first one. But anyway, but he took time and he did this one at the end for you. It just goes to show your impact, the respect. And I couldn't have done half of the things I've done. And this is the impact you have, because I messaged a couple people that were on the list here of videos. They didn't answer my message. But I had a partner in crime that helped me. And I got to really thank this person. So this isn't last, this isn't least, but I have gratitude already for this person.
Gualter, this is a quick message for you. You're my best friend, my partner, and one thing about you is that you're so patient with people. You see the best in them and you lift them up. Even when they give up on themselves, you still carry them with you to the top. So thank you. This is a gift. Keep doing what you're doing. I'm always going to support you.
There you
She's
go.
beautiful, man. She's
That is
beautiful.
my
But I'm
rock.
just saying, I'm going to call out my girl live. Mr. Shane did not answer me. I was like, excuse me, but she made him do it. And whatchamacallit. So yeah, I couldn't have done it. She did about 4 videos other than hers. She reached out for me. So she was my partner in crime. I love her. I appreciate her for that. She trusted me to do what I was going to do that she had no idea what I was going to do. And I'm just like really grateful that, because, you know, at first I'm like, you know, what am I going to do? But I've gone out of my comfort zone to reach people. I became friends with her by saying, hey, I'm going to have him on the podcast. Want to help me out? You know, you got to do what you got to do to make people feel right and do the right thing. And again, the fact that you only because of our connection, you were willing to come on here, that means a lot to me. I mean, you're a busy man. I mean, you don't even watch TV. I know this stuff. So I take time out for you, you know, and it just, that's what I do. And it's important to appreciate. And so it's volume. I mean, with my video, I think there was 13 videos for you. And that says a lot, Gualter, about you.
Lynn, I am blown away by the research you've done. And obviously you got my secret weapon, Darina. She is also my secret weapon when it comes to infiltrating a society. I'll be like, Darina, I need to connect with these millionaires. I've never touched them before. Can you go in and reach out?
Listen, I had no idea when I started this how much I was going to love her and you. I already knew I loved you, but I put passion and love in this. This isn't just half-ass podcasting here. I've taken podcasting to another level, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that because it's not a quick let's just talk on the mic and bullshit. I'm proud of what I do. So anyhow,
I see what you do here. Like this is adding value, right? So anybody who comes on, like I'm sitting here and I'm just like, oh my God, like this is people, these are testimonials that I should have gone and asked for myself. And like you've gone out and done this and put it into a format where people can learn about me. And like anybody who has the opportunity to be on your show, like needs to be on your show. Like this is a huge value. And Lynn, I did not know. I feel so embarrassed now.
No, it's okay. I love it. When I love you. That's why I don't like market it that much. Yeah. I figure by the time you see it, you'll share it with everybody. So I'll get maybe a couple more viewers.
It's already going out.
People don't
understand the original. Yeah.
Yeah. People don't understand that. I love when I hear, oh, they haven't been on my show. Okay, come on. But Victor Hansen, I tried to become friends with him. On myself, it didn't work. I may have to get some words in otherwise, but don't tell him nothing yet because it's a big production to get those big guys. Anyways, so what are your successful habits? People are dying to know that.
So there's 3 habits that have helped me get to where I am today. The first is I always seek the right knowledge. Knowledge is not all created equal. Wrong knowledge leads to analysis paralysis. So I always seek the right knowledge. And then I seek it from the right people. So I surround myself with people who can either do for me or show me how to do. And I clarify that by they have what I want. They have what I'm seeking to receive in the universe. And then the third is accountability. I have gotten myself around people who I am forced to level up around. So it's my business partners, it's my clients, it's my investors. If I don't succeed at the things I'm supposed to take action on, they don't succeed. And so every day I wake up and I have people I have committed to. So accountability is based on commitment. So, and those 3 principles, like if I woke up tomorrow and I didn't have my memory, but I had those still core characteristics in my soul, I would still be successful. Even without the relationships I have, that core character would get me to the next level.
And it's because we like to keep our words. And as an extrovert, we're not, but people think we are. Right. Introverts, that we're like, we got to keep our word. We got to do what we're going to do, but it keeps us accountable.
Yeah.
So then we want those people around us to do the same. So I love that. And so here, we only have about 10, 15 minutes. So, and it's not like you don't have any books behind you, but let's talk about some top books here and recommendations you have.
So I've read over 400 books, and of the 400 that I've read, I've chosen 52 to be the 52 that would move anybody forward. In our community in Alchemist Nation, we go through the 52 books, we go through the 52 weeks, and there are 52 wealth principles. And so each one of those books identifies one of the core wealth principles. And so each week we just go through the principle itself, not the whole book, but people prepare by reading the book in advance. And you can go to 52weekstowealth.com and find out what the 52 books are. But if I were to pick 5, I can give you my foundational 5. Would that be valuable?
Un poquito.
So I'll give you my foundational 5. So the first one, I think everybody, if you're building wealth, has to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It kind of gets you in the game, gets you an understanding of it. It's a basic book. The next one is, and it tells a story, so anybody can read this. It's engaging. The next one is Richest Man in Babylon. It's got a totally interesting way of telling the story. It's kind of old English, takes place in Babylon, but it's all stories again. But the principles are key. And then getting into more mindset side is Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. This is book 3. And I read these in this order. This is my suggestion to anybody getting started. Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. And then the one that everybody knows, every millionaire, every billionaire has read, is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And the one lesser known, but it's what The Secret was based on, is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. And those foundational 5, I read those every year. With The Science of Getting Rich, I read every week. And with Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, I read every month. And then with Science of Getting Think and Grow Rich, I read biannually. Every 6 months, I go back through that book. And like that has made the difference. That those books have had the most impact since I started.
Gosh, I'm going to make a clip out of this because that was really good. Thank you so much. So what's the biggest factor that has helped you be successful? You'd probably say those books.
I would say it's commitment. It's commitment. I just got off the phone with Vinny Chopra and we were chopping it up on like what is, the big play. And you got to believe in yourself, or you got to have a big goal. But committing to myself every day, committing to being the best version of me every day for the people around me. I don't do it for me. I do it for, what I see in the people around me. But that factor from childhood to teenage to through all the tough times of my life, through marriage, through divorce, through business success and failure and success again, commitment to being my best.
I love it. And Theodore is asking one of the questions I usually ask, but we're going to go with that way. There we go. I was going to ask that myself, but she asked it. So there we go.
So when people ask this, it's because they think like, if you do what I do, you're going to get what I get. You got to do what I did to get to where I am before you can afford to do what I do. My daily schedule is super laid back. Like it's Zoom call with my team on Tuesday, like my marketing team. I just find out what everybody's doing, send them out and do, just updates. And then it's Zoom call after Zoom call after Zoom call with my students. It's either high level coaches who I'm bringing on to Alchemist Nation, getting them to donate courses, or it's a student who's having a trouble, like an issue, like they've found some sort of blockage. And like most of my students don't do one-on-one calls. Most of it is group sessions now. So if I'm playing with one of my students, it's because they've paid the $100,000 for that level of coaching. So like I'm available. Like they get me once a week. But for the most part, I'm spending time in the gym. I'm reading books. I'm spending time, like my middle of my day is not what most people would think. Like I'm either at the pool or I'm texting somebody, but I'm like just genuinely in a state of gratitude. And then I'll nap. Like I nap. Like Lynn, every day there's a nap time involved. And I'm just grateful for the ability to nap. And I do nap. I enjoy napping. But at least once a month, I've committed to speaking live. So I'm in front of 60, 70, 100 people at least once a month to share the message, give away some valuable knowledge. And every Saturday at 10 o'clock Eastern, I'm committed to delivering one of the 52 wealth principles. So I spend an hour delivering it. And then, it's about 25 minutes delivering and then 45 minutes, an hour answering questions to people who are looking to get to the next level. Like,
you know what?
It was not how you get rich. It's what I do now that I am rich.
Well, I got to say this because my show isn't about advertising or marketing anybody, and it's not a marketing thing, but I talk about, the fact that sincere people don't get the sincere shake because of so many snakes out there. And so I couldn't help but say that. I was compelled to say that. And but I want to say that the fact that I asked you before, and I'm going to say it now, is that you help anybody. Your thing is not, oh, you don't have a monthly payment that they got to make to get the knowledge that you have. You just give it out freely, and you're not attached to what they do with it, which is huge, and that's what's real important. So, and let me ask this question real quick that wasn't on my script here, but for those that want to do it, maybe I'm talking for a friend. But what if you're busy and you don't have, time? I mean, is this really the things you have in there? Can you fill it in your nuggets, or are you like required to be like, I mean, because people are already really busy, right?
Yeah.
But so would you say like your courses or your videos and things like that, are they like an hour or 2 hours long? I mean, can they take it in bite size? I mean, just really quick, throwing that in here.
Yeah, Lynn, I love it because that's a development project that we're all working on. So we started alchemistnation.com, and all of our courses are there. If you're not going to sit there and watch the full video, just read the description and jump to the action steps. Like read it's one paragraph says this is what the principle is based on. You could skip the paragraph on the story and how it applies. You don't need to watch that read that one. And then you can just jump down to the action steps, how to apply it to your life. And I love that you asked the question, because a year ago that didn't exist. That was something I implemented this year because I'm not a video watcher. I'm personally.
Yeah, how do you expect anybody to watch or do what you don't do yourself, right?
I consume written because it's faster. I can just apply. I can just go and do. Yeah.
That's huge value, and that's great to say, because a lot of people, and I hate to say it because of COVID, a lot of people are tired of courses. A lot of people are tired of, and everybody still wants to build a course because they want to make money for it, not with the right intentions, and then they wonder why they don't get the right outcomes. That's all I gotta say. If you're doing a course just to make money, you're mistaken.
We found the same thing. We started in the business, in 2018, creating courses, thinking we're going to sell courses. And then about 2 years ago, we said courses are free from now on. Anything I recorded, it's free, it's documented, it's cataloged, so it's easy to use. And the only thing I charge for is if it takes my time. Like if I'm involved, if my time is there actively, I'll charge for it. But if I've created content, if I've made a book, the only reason my books cost anything is because Amazon costs something. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
But if this didn't cost something to print, then it would be free. Like, who cares?
Right. No, and that's what I love about you. You're just giving that way, and I'm going to check you out, because if I find something to scrutinize, I'll come out and say it, but I just love your energy, and I love who you are, and I love that you're just as transparent as can be. And you kind of gave me the special invite in the group when I was talking about some things, and I really felt they were genuine. But what I love is what you're doing is smart, and I'll tell you why, because I know a lot about marketing, and I give masterminds. I know I got to come in and help in your group, but what people don't understand is that it's your mindset and scarcity that screw you over. And the fact that you're like, no, I got to get paid for this. But when people see that you give something of value first and foremost, and you continue to give value, they are like, I still owe you. This course is $1,000. I owe you more than $1,000. So they're more than willing to pay because you invested in sharing. And that's how you make your friendships in a greater scheme, because they get to know who you are, learning your stuff. And I try to teach this to scarcity business owners, and they don't get it. And I'm glad to see that you got it, because it's not in the course, it's the friendships, it's the reality of connecting with people. So I wanted to call that out, because some people may say, okay, he's flashing money, I'm not impressed. There's realtors, and whatever. So besides, I got to be friends with him. He might lend me money to get my TV station. Who knows? But again, the point where we're getting at is I think some people that do the what people influence, or I forget the Dale Carnegie, influenced by friends. People are connecting with friends with the wrong intention. And that's so wrong. And yet they wonder why they're not successful. So anyways, back to the next question here. Do you want to say anything about that real quick? What's your 2 cents on that? Let's be real.
Like, one, I want to get you to donate a course to Alchemist Nation. It doesn't have to be a long course, just has to be valuable as hell, so that I can put on the platform and give it away for free. Because that's what we're committed to doing, is 100 millionaires donating courses and building millionaires.
Done.
And two, to that point, is you can't be successful, right? This is for anybody listening. You can if you do things right, but you can't be successful if you're just focused on the money. When you meet a person, you can Dale Carnegie them to death. And I love Dale. It's one of the books that I'd say, if you're in sales, read How to Win Friends and Influence People. And you are in sales, right? But that book only works if you truly want their success. So when I go out and I say, I'm hunting for future millionaires, I'm asking the questions that identify, can this person show the desire? Do they have the burning desire to be a millionaire? Do they have the commitment to themselves, to their family, to their community, to their cause? And are they willing to be coached? And if they are, cool. 52 wealth principles, 52 books, 52 weeks. Let's go. And if they're not, like, I will not take their money. I'm not interested. Exactly. I don't want the money. I want the success. I want it's pride to me. It's like, hey, I want 100 people who I did it with. Like, let's go. And that's the difference between and that does make a lot of money, because I've partnered with these people. Like, I have 11 businesses. Only one of them was my original partner. 10 of them were my students. And those 10, I can see 2 of my students blowing past our real estate deals because of just the abundance that we put into these projects, and that they're hard workers. And now they have a vision. They have, this mentorship we've created together is then I never would have thought that I was going to partner with my students. It was just about, just do it. Let's just do it and see what happens.
And isn't it great that you don't worry if they come and go? That's not the worry that you have. You're like, I'm going to work with the ones that want to be here. And that's what we love as introverts. We want to be around the people that understand us, love us, and know our intentions. So I love that. I love that so much. So,
and I'd be lying if I said I don't feel for them a little bit. Like, the people who have come through the community, and if they're not touching out, reaching out to me, or reaching out to the community members, the leaders, that bothers me on a deep level that I can't shake. And so we just hired somebody, we brought somebody on, and we're spending salary to make sure that they reach out to the community and just say, hey guys, Gualter wanted me to check in with you. How's everything going? What could we improve? Is there something we're missing? Is there a product that you want? Just because Gualter, I don't want to let anybody go.
But what, the thing is, and it's because I'm the same way. I'm a friend for the end, and I want to help everybody. But one thing I've noticed is the fact that they have to get over the people that hurt them before they got to you. Because you are too good to be true. They don't understand there is good to be true. I believe in good to be true. I do. And there's other people that have that old saying and they see it wrong. So, you being who you are, and if they need to refer to this video, a lot of people, I didn't pay them to be on here. This isn't a paid commercial or nothing. You never even watch my show, which I'm happy to say. Anyhow,
I may watch it again though.
Yeah, your show. You better watch it.
This is a great way for me to verify if I want to do business with somebody, right? I can watch this show and just be like, you had Vinny on there. I want to see what other people are saying about him aside from me, right? Which, by the way, I will put out good words for Vinny.
Absolutely. Shh. What's the most spontaneous thing you have ever done? Be on Lynn's show. No.
Clearly, most spontaneous as I jumped off of the stratosphere in Las Vegas. And even as I'm thinking about it now, I'm getting a little bit of anxiety just because I'm not going to say I'm afraid of heights, but I have a deep understanding of how dangerous they can be. And I have a respect for how fast the human body can fall and what happens if you fall from 800 feet in the air. And we were in Vegas. I was with some of my community members, and we were at a different coach's event. And we all came together to, support this coach and to get ourselves to the next level. And it was all about taking action outside of your comfort zone. And so as we're walking through the stratosphere, there's the opportunity to go and jump from the top. And one person in the group said, I want to go do this. And I was like, okay, I'll meet you guys later. And my brother was there. My brother is an adrenaline junkie. And he's like, oh, bro, you got to go. You got to do this. And I said, man, this is the one thing I've said I would never do in Las Vegas is jump off the freaking stratosphere. Yeah, exactly. There it is again. The one thing I said I would never do is jump off of this freaking building.
My
I said I'd
point
never
exactly.
skydive. I never jump off of height, because there's no reason for me to do it. And there I am with 11 people who look up to me, we're at an event where they're saying, get out of your comfort zone, take action, do things that make you uncomfortable. And I'm the leader of this group, this little group that came to this event. And they're like, well, Gualter, get out of your comfort zone. And that hit the trigger right there. And so I said, okay, I guess we're all jumping off of the freaking stratosphere right now.
Gualter, if anything, being an introvert, that's how we get to doing things. We have to dare ourselves, right? Are you the same way?
Yeah.
You say, you know what? And so I wouldn't say you conquered your fear, but you saw fear and you hit it right on. So I love that. Hi, Lenny. Thanks for being here. So, and somebody already liked my interview. So yeah, no, the word's getting out of what I do, and I've been slowly seeing how it works. So it's been working out pretty good. So how about, what habit do you have now that you wish you started much earlier? We're almost done here.
I really wish that I'd had the habit of decision. I learned this from somebody in 2015. One of my coaches, Dennis Cummings, he spoke at the Secrets of the Millionaire Mind for T. Harv Eker. He did this 3-day event, and he said successful people make decisions quickly, and they change them never, if ever, and only after they've identified they are on the wrong path and a change must be made. They have to have data to make a change. And I was a procrastinator, a serial analysis paralysis person my whole life. But I'd always analyze something and be like, oh, I know exactly how it's going to work out. And I'd sit back and watch and be right. And I got tired. I think I was 24 or 25. I got tired of being right every single time and having no skin in the game and getting no return.
We're so much alike.
It was at that point where I was like, from now on, I just run with my gut. I do my analysis and then I run with it. And I'll adjust if I have to. If something is wrong, I'll adjust.
I love that. Okay, so Gualter, thank you for being on the show today. As you've seen by everyone else, they love you. I love you. How can you not love Mr. Smiley Face Spinster? I hope you had a great day and a great time on my show. It was an honor to have you here, and I love watching you grow. And thank you for being you, and love you. God bless you. So I think my job is done. I feel pretty proud of the shows I do.
Lynn, this is a masterpiece. The amount of effort you put into this and the thought and the reaching out to everybody, this is very intentional work. This is by far the best produced podcast that I've ever been on, which is saying something, because I've been on quite a few really good podcasts, but nobody does it like this.
So I want to say that the reason and why I do what I do on this specific podcast is that even if it's just one video or two videos or me being silly and doing videos, in this world, there's so many people that aren't eulogized. They're not noticed. They go unseen. And funerals are huge. Beautiful things are being said. And I always say, if only that person knew what they meant and their impact. So with my show, I want people to know, you know what? You have impacted other people. And, that's what we need. We definitely need to know and acknowledge the people that have done many things. I'm always sad. I kid you not. I'm always sad when I see people with these funerals and these great things. And I say, you know what? Why? I can't wait to get Joe on here. He's an amazing guy. Morning, Joe. But I want to say,
Mark goes well. One of my partners. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to actually watch the replay on this. There was a lot of surprises here for Walter. But Walter, I just want you, I didn't want you to go and leave this earth without knowing how many people you've touched, you've loved. And whenever you do feel down, come to this video and it'll lift you up and give you the fuel you need to keep going and doing what you're doing. Because what people don't understand is it's sad. Some of the most givers out there are always not seen nor heard or given the recognition they need. And not for ego purposes, but to know, did I do that right? Did I? Because, we have a conscience. When we do something bad or we make other people uncomfortable, we don't like to do that. We want to give. And you're one of those people. So I'm honored that you took time to be here. And I want you to know that you are loved, and I'm honored to have you here and call you a friend.
Thank you, Lynn. You're that what you just said reminds me of Robin Williams, who I think about often because he and I share the same birthday and some of the same challenges. And what you just said, and what your mission is here, I think it's very important for people to recognize that they are special. You do have a gift. There is something unique about you, and you are here to share your gift with a lot of people. And Lynn, your gift is,
well,
if I could define it, you see the beauty in others, and you make sure they know, and that they know other people know.
And I didn't get to ask Joe to be here, or else he would have did a video too, because Joe has helped conspire with me. He has been one of my conspirators, and that's why I keep things low, because I really count on everybody. That I want to thank everybody that took their time for you and me to make this show special for you. Without people like Joe and Dorina and everybody that takes time to do these videos, from the bottom of my heart, it helps me to honor people that we should be honoring while they're here and not when they're gone. So with that said, I hope you had a great time, because I certainly did. And so, I did this little video a long time ago, but this I put out every now and then, and I think it's appropriate for me to play this.
We're at the end of the show now, and we must go. But it was really fun to spend time with you on my show. So thank you for being here. Until we are together again, just know that I love spending time with you. Much love, peace. Make sure you live, love, and laugh. Until then, bye-bye.
Okay, now I'm done being corny, and now I'm going to blush, so we got to get out of here.
I'll see you Thursday.
Hold on, don't leave. Okay, thanks, everybody. You want to watch a replay if you just got here. It was a fun-filled show, as always.